say? What?
Do you have a fake chain or something like that?
You have fake chains, so what's the problem with me having a fake chain?
I don't have any chains on.
Well, I mean, you have fake chains, so like if I have a fake chain, why is that? You're supposed to be asking my name and introducing yourself.
Girl, what are you talking about? I have fake chains?
Well, you're asking about my chain. Like, are you introducing yourself? What's your name?
Okay, yes, my name is Fly.
Fly, you kissed your brother.
I most definitely kissed my brother.
Yep,
And I made millions off of it.
Oh, congratulations, bro. You'd do it again?
No.
You wouldn't? Okay, valid.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
Wait, Fly, why you say no? Like, why you say you wouldn't, bro?
If you made millions off of it, wouldn't you do it again?
Because look, to be honest with you, like she said, I had fake chains on.
You said it's my chain.
And to be honest with you, listen, I wouldn't. Okay, if I was to walk past by you at the mall, I would. Well, I don't go to malls, but I wouldn't even look at you.
Thank God. I mean, you're my height. You're scrawny. You're skinnier than me. You wear a size small. You made out with your brother. Everyone thinks you're Jeffrey Epstein's son. Like, I mean, good job.
Okay.
You're looking for your third baby mother because the first two you couldn't keep?
My third baby mama.
No.
Why would I? Why
are you on a 2v1? I'm just asking.
Because I was asked to. Okay.
You could have just introduced yourself.
Listen. If
you're gonna be rude, I'll be rude too.
Bro, just listen. Look.
Okay, now I'll listen.
Okay, listen. You look like you're from Minnesota.
Okay, and you look like you're 5'2".
Okay, that's fine.
Do you have like booster shoes?
No, I don't have booster shoes.
Do you have a booster seat for when you drive?
I like his shoes though. I ain't gonna lie though.
His shoes are hard, but they have a little extra height option.
Look, I'm gonna keep real to you. I spend a lot of money on my drip.
That's great. That's awesome. Okay, good.
Girl, I have a mansion. I have a
That's
nice
rented
car.
on Airbnb.
I have a nice car.
I'm so proud of you.
Okay.
Good job.
And you're broke as.
Okay, yes. Did kissing your brother get you the mansion?
Girl, to be honest, you need to dye your hair black because you look
black.
Yes, because you look emo.
Okay, now I'm emo.
Yeah, not
I'm emo because you kissed your brother.
Your teeth are yellow.
Okay, that's fine. I can get them fixed, but you can't unkiss your brother.
Okay. Bro, why am I talking to this stupid?
Because you kept talking. I kept responding.
Girl, I'm better than you.
You're not. You're my height.
My status is better than you.
Says who?
Okay.
You're famous for what? You get clowned on the internet for fun. Good job. You're famous for getting laughed at.
What do you want to be?
Sienna, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know. But when I grow up, I don't want to make out with my brother, and I want to keep my husband. I don't want to have 3 baby mamas.
Watch, now she gets stuck.
I didn't get stuck. I just responded.
What car do you drive?
Why does it matter what car I drive? I'm a woman. You're a man. So why are you bag checking me? Can you not compete with a man? Do you feel like insecure competing with men?
No, to be honest with you,
okay.
I do this.
Most men just want to know they can. They will ask you for your number just to see if you will give it to them. They will DM you just to see if you will reply. They will ask you on a date just to see if you are willing to go with them. They have no true intention of actually pursuing you or doing right by you. They just want to know they can. They just want to know they can have access to you. They just want to know they could talk to you. They just want to know they could sleep with you so you could stroke their bitch ass, fragile, weak ass egos. They need to go run and tell their homeboys, look who I'm talking to. And once you acknowledge that the majority of men don't even actually like women, they just need approval from other men, and they need you to get the approval. They need some beautiful arm candy that carries herself well. You will stop crying over these bitch ass, loser ass men that can't even wipe their ass correctly. Like, it's really not that deep with them, right? It's more times than not a game. Of course, there are some men that actually love women. Don't waste no time and don't waste no tears on him, okay? And the one will show you why he's the motherfucking one.
Dating older guys is fun until you realize why they're single at that age, right? At first, it feels like an upgrade. He's got a real job. He knows about wine. He doesn't live with 3 roommates who play Xbox until 4 a.m. Fine. You're thinking, finally a man. But then 3 weeks in, you start connecting the dots. Right? He's not single because he's mysterious. He's single because he's stubborn. He's set in his ways. and he thinks therapy is for other people. Okay, he'll take you to a nice dinner, sure, but he'll also argue about, how tipping 18% is, like a crime. He's charming, but he's also bitter. Okay, every story starts with my ex-wife and ends with took the house. Okay, so suddenly those salt and pepper vibes aren't so sexy when he's yelling at the waiter because they didn't honor his coupon. All right, so and God forbid you ask him to change. A younger guy says, yeah, I'll try. Older guy says, this is who I am. So yeah, that's why you're eating microwave leftovers alone in your 40s, Greg. All right, so yeah, dating older can be fun, but just remember, there's usually a reason that wise, mature man is still single, and sometimes the reason is him.
I know you said you'd choose the bear, but would it help if I threatened you with death? You stupid little bitch, I don't know why you said you'd choose the fucking bear. Maybe some friendly advice would change your mind. This is why we never should have given you rights. Oh wait, let's add a racial slur. This one's not white. Who's gonna protect you from the dangers of the night? What do you mean I'm the dangers of the night? You know it's not my fault, you always go for the bad guy. I think you like being treated bad, you whore. I guess that's what you get for saying no to the nice guy. You think I've said enough, oh I've got more. You're ugly, fat, and no one wants you anyway. You wouldn't know a decent man if he was right in your face. You silly slut, I don't know why you're so afraid. Yes, I found out where you stay, just harmless geolocation. If you just calm down, I'm here to be a friend. I just came to tell you that it's not all men.
Too many women waste time dating the wrong men, so I made a list of the top men you want to avoid in 2026 coming from a man who is married. If he watches porn, cut immediately. You think he's not going to cheat on you in the future? You are completely delusional. If he plays video games, why is he wasting his time? Block him. If he needs nicotine in order to function, and bonus, if his personality changes if he doesn't have it. If he's overweight and says, I can get into shape anytime I want, blocked. If his friend group is full of lustful men and cheaters, gone, cut. If he avoids hard conversations, gone immediately. If he goes on his phone at dinner, he can't have a conversation with you, gone. If he doesn't have a job, I'm gonna let that one sink in for a second. If you say you're waiting till marriage and he says, it's just one time, no, blocked, gone, cut. Last one, if he blames his past parents and ex for how he acts, if he is reactive, gone immediately. And bonus, if he has no job. I had to say that one again because a lot of you guys do not have standards. My goodness, thank me later.
Let's talk about one of the most dangerous types of men to date. Story time. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Sally who met a man named Chad, and they fell madly in love. Over the course of their 20-year marriage, Sally and Chad had two beautiful kids, a McMansion in the suburbs that lived the American dream. Until one day, Sally found out that Chad had been having an affair and was leaving her, which came as a surprise to absolutely no one. Because it turns out Chad had spent the bulk of their marriage being an absolute freaking prick, doing whatever he wanted and spending as little time with Sally as possible. Chad refused to go on double dates with Sally and her friends, loved his boys-only poker nights a little too much, and even told Sally that she should take the kids alone on vacation because he didn't like traveling, but that shouldn't stop her and the kids from going. How gracious. Now you may be wondering why Chad married Sally at all if he didn't want to spend any time with her. And it's because Sally's parents were well connected, well respected, and had the kind of money that Chad always dreamed of having but never really wanted to work for. And so when the company Chad worked for went public, he suddenly didn't need Sally and her family anymore, even though he seemed to have conveniently forgotten that Sally's parents were the ones who got him the job in the first place. And all Sally had ever wanted was to care for a husband and children and be cared for in return. And the moral of the story is that the most dangerous type of man is a selfish man. The man who does just enough to convince you he loves you when you're about to give up, but whose needs will always come before yours. The man whose definition of love stretches only so far to encompass what you can do for him, but not what he can sacrifice for you. And even though Sally learned this the hard way, I hope this thinly veiled story helps you learn in a less hard way that the conditional love of a man isn't love at all, because once those conditions no longer exist, neither does the love. And trust me, you did not make it to the end of this video to play a supporting role in Chad's story. Please remember that you are the main character, the heroine of your own story, and at the end of the day, well, he's just a Chad.
Want to know the very first sign that a man might become dangerous later down the road in your relationship? And it shows up way before the yelling, before the arguments, before you even realize you're in trouble. And that early sign is aggressive driving. Not he's a little impatient in traffic or he likes to go fast sometimes. I'm talking speeding like he's in a video game, tailgating, weaving through cars, accelerating, or coming to a slamming halt just to make you anxious. Blowing through stop signs, acting like red lights don't apply to him. And the crazy part? It's not about the car. It is a window into how he handles power, frustration, control, consequences. Because when a man or a woman drives recklessly with you in the car, here's what he's really saying without saying it. I don't care how unsafe you feel. I don't care about the danger I'm putting us in. My adrenaline matters more than your comfort. A person who genuinely cares about you will slow down when you flinch. They'll drive in a way that makes you relax, not brace for impact. People think that driving is neutral behavior. It is not. It exposes who they are when they think they're in control. So don't overlook it, because anybody who disrespects your safety on the road is going to eventually disrespect it everywhere else too.
Men don't like women, they like the idea of femininity. They like how women make them feel about themselves, especially in the eyes of other men. What majority of them seeking is validation from other men. That's why they like trophy wives, trophy girlfriends. You can see in real life how they treat invisible women they do not find useful or attractive. That's why they want children even though they are terrible fathers. To them, it's nothing more than a pass, a proof of social status that they made it in the patriarchal system. I know a few guys, right? They only date a very specific type of women. Mind you, these guys are very different in personality, background, life experience, yet the women they date, I'm talking about that kind of look, physique, are exactly the same. And they would complain how superficial, shallow these women are, and the next time you see him with a new woman, she's still exactly the same. Because being with a woman like that is collectively agreed by all men that you have made it in the patriarchal system. They love the idea of femininity, not women herself. And in the patriarchal narrative, femininity often means gentle, caring, understandably, preferably adoring him, something designed to serve the male ego. That's why when women step outside the traditional narratives, when she starts to express her feelings, boundaries, ambitions, desires, a lot of men feel unsettled or even threatened, because they struggle to see women as a complete, equal, real, complex, individual human being.
Do you want to know if a man likes you? No. Do you want to know if a man finds you attractive? No. Do you want to know if a man respects you? No.
No. If you date a man just like this, I want you to understand that you will completely ruin your life and you will set yourself up for failure, a miserable life if you date a man like this. A man that does not know how to regulate his own emotions, which means he doesn't lash out, doesn't argue with you about the situation. He tries to fix the issue. If you have a man that doesn't know how to do this, all he is focused on is being right and being righteous, getting to a point where if he tries to make you cry in a situation, he tries to get that reaction out of you. That man lacks emotional intelligence. He lacks emotional regulation. A man like that is very, very dangerous to be with. She has to tiptoe over him. And what kind of life is that? That's not normal. That's a miserable life. If a man does not know how to make you feel safe, you will always be walking on eggshells. That is a horrible life to live as a woman. We are supposed to go to our men to solve the problem. As the woman, you need to learn to come to the situation with emotional regulation as well. But if your man, though, does not understand how to stay calm in situations, try to find a common ground with you to make sure that both of your needs are met, that is not a man worth being with.